Initialize sequence now.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
All systems are go. Emanating from Chicago, the best city in the world.
Ladies and gentlemen, you guessed it.
It's the DStonePony Show.
The one and only
Devontae Stone.
Welcome to the DStonePony Show. I'm the Stone Pony, Devontae Stone. Hey, everybody. Beautiful Saturday afternoon on the show today. Jenner goes from being Bruce to Caitlyn in the new Vanity Fair magazine. Going to talk about that. Also, baby number 2 for Kim and Kanye. Wow. Willie Wilson, you thought it was over for him running, but I'm going to tell you what he's running for coming up. And it's not the mayor of the city of Chicago. Chicago's very own Little Dirk wants you actually to remember his name, and we're going to talk about that. He drops his brand new album this week. Fred Hoiberg is named the Bulls' new head coach. Wow. Really? Yikes is right. I don't think the Bulls really want to win. Also, the minimum wage hike, is it enough? I think it's not enough. Also, upcoming concerts here. Lil Wayne is going to be hitting the stage at the UC. Also, one of my favorite groups, U2. And we're going to talk about that. Imagine Dragons also going to be here at the Allstate Arena, and the Ghetto Boys. Can you imagine the Ghetto Boys? Bushwick Bill, they're coming to Chicago. We're going to let you know. It's the DStonePony Show, 312-564-7375, 312-564-7375 on a beautiful Saturday. Yeah. You can listen to us, Chicagoland, sportsradio.com on the TuneIn app. Download the app. It's a free app, and you should do that right now.
It's a free app.
It's a free app. How you doing?
Gotta stress that. Free app.
You actually know that. It's a free app.
Yeah, the second P is silent. The first one is real strong.
It's like the D in Django.
Yeah, Django. Oh, the D is silent.
The D is silent.
It's a joke there. I don't know what it is, but it's there.
I know, right? How you doing, sir?
Good, man.
Good.
What's going on? I'm sorry I just jumped in randomly. I was really excited about that free app. You know what I mean?
I know, man. You know about the free app anyway.
Yeah.
Anything that's free, Domoty, you love. You know.
I love free stuff.
You don't pass up on anything that's free.
At all. I just almost bought Martha Stewart's latest cookbook from the Printers Row Fest because it was free.
And that's really
almost picked it up.
Interesting.
I left it.
You should have picked it up because how much was it?
It was free 99.
Free 99.
Free 99.
And you left it behind.
And I left it behind. Man. I don't buy books from ex-convicts.
Don't even go there. Don't even go there. I love Martha Wash.
She's a thug, man.
Oh, my God. All right, so she's a thug. She's still rich, though, bro. She got a lot of loot. She got a lot of money. I wouldn't mind going out on a date with her a couple times and seeing what's happening.
I'll take a whole ass down.
Yeah, I'll take. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead and get some wine, maybe some cheese and some bread. You know, some of the things that she likes. All right. Hey, this is interesting. The minimum wage hike. Is it enough? No, it's not actually. From $8.25, that's how much it is if you work in the city of Chicago. $8.25 or anywhere here in Illinois. $8.25. It's going up to $10 on July 1st, and then it's going to gradually increase to $13 by the year 2019. Now this is kind of crazy because already there are some states and some places that have raised the minimum wage higher than the $10 that we're looking to go to, or even the $13. For example, $15 an hour right now in Seattle, also in L.A., and in San Francisco. Their minimum wage has been raised to $15. Now, I don't understand why we couldn't follow that same kind of blueprint, because I know people here that are working. I know single-parent moms trying to raise 3 kids right now who are working their ass off, a full-time job at 40 hours a week, and that $8.25 ain't doing nothing. It's not even scratching the surface. Mm-hmm. So what do they have to do? They have to go out and get a part-time job in order to ends to be able to meet. And it's just really sad because you think about how the economy is. And I just read a stat, I believe it was on Gallup. I want to say Gallup, but it said that the United States created, I believe, last month, maybe like 280,000 jobs. Mm-hmm. But people don't understand that those jobs that were created are like low-paying jobs, which really doesn't help the economy anyway, and it doesn't really help the middle class, who seem to be actually the middle class seems to be shrinking and shrinking and shrinking. It's going to get to a point, Domity. It's either you're rich or you're poor. you the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah, the wealth gap has definitely widened. Bill Gates was talking about this recently. He's doing this push trying to advocate for people going to get their post-secondary degrees because most of the jobs, I can't remember the exact percentage, but most of these jobs you're getting, the only way you'll be able to support yourself is if you have a college degree and you're able to go ahead and do these jobs. One of the things that's most concerning about this living wage situation is that when you wait till 2019, they're not taking into account the rate of inflation. By the time the minimum wage gets to, it's going up to 15, right, by 2019?
Yeah, going up to $15. That's
by the time it gets there, it's not going to be the same $15.
I'm sorry, my bad. Well, here in Illinois, it's only going up to 13.
By the time it gets up to 13, that's not going to have the same value that it had in 2015.
It's not.
So it's going to come out to wash. And I think that is in part because, well, we have an interesting situation in the city where Mayor Rahm Emanuel wants to be friendly to businesses. You know what I mean? You can't, at the same time, you want to make these opportunities for the everyday Chicagoan, but you also want to make this city amenable to businesses. And how do you do that? How do you balance both of those things? One of the things that we need for the city in this financial situation we're in, people are advocating for a transaction tax. So that would mean, the mercantile exchange here in the city, when they conduct these transactions, there's a tax on that. We need that revenue. But at the same time, how would the business community respond to that? So it's a lot of things that are kind of balanced in here. But now that minimum wage here in Chicago, right, that's only for city employees. Am I correct?
That's correct. Now, keep in mind, 400,000 African Americans and Latinos will benefit from this little hike, this small hike. But you're absolutely right.
Yes,
and that's crazy, and I just feel like that's so unfair because think about property taxes here about to go up even again, and when that was probably one of the issues that we were talking about, right?
Yeah.
In the last race.
In the last race, and he would not totally rule it out, but he wouldn't. But he couldn't admit that property tax would go up. But every analyst you speak to will tell you that is what's going to have to happen for us to kind of right this ship.
That's right, and then. We talked about it last week. The Cook County taxes here, if you live in Cook County, my God, they're just killing us. They're raping us.
Yeah, so
they're raping us, and they want us to like it. And that's what's sad about it. They want us to, say, hey, this is what's going to happen. Just deal with it. It's very sad. We need help, especially in our neighborhoods. Oh, my God, some of the inner cities. And I was in an Uber today riding from Ford Heights, got off at Lincoln Highway out south. And coming through Ford Heights, man, oh, man, people understand. People talk about Inglewood. You get out there in the south suburbs, right, coming through Ford Heights. You can't even get out your car. They'll steal your wheels off while you're riding right through Ford Heights. Mark, you know about Ford Heights. Who don't know about Ford Heights? There's some people that don't know about Ford Heights, but it's a situation, and we actually need for our elected officials and people that actually represent the people who don't have a voice to actually, get some things done here. I just think that $13 by the year 2019 is a joke. I think it's a slap in the face. I think it's horrible. I think people in Chicago work too hard for their money, and they're trying to put kids through school, and they've got these college tuitions. They keep going up. But here's the thing. They keep going up, but ain't no money coming in.
There are millions that would agree with you. And then there are others that are saying that, we need to get out of this phase of looking for low-skilled labor jobs to fund a family. They would say that these jobs are not for you to raise a family on. You don't go to McDonald's to become a cashier to make a life out of that. That's what some people would say.
Right.
It's such crap.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not saying I agree with that perspective, but just putting it out there.
But here's the thing, but it's something for those who actually want to go to college, right? And trying to find a way to try to, to
try to subsidize that. How do you pay for college? How do you even create these opportunities? And then it's like there are opportunities where you have room for advancement, or you have trades, but not everyone doesn't want to be a CEO, a mogul. We talked about this. We're talking about Dame Dash. When Dame Dash was going off in the Breakfast Club saying, if you call another man boss, it's like calling another man daddy. But it's like some people have their core competency and they just want to excel at that. So it's almost like you're being penalized because you don't want to work in a certain industry. Everyone doesn't want to be be an oil tycoon, nor do we have the resources to become that.
That's terrible. So we need to change the game and change the way we play the game. It's the DStonePony Show. It's Doma T with his, I love it, Doma T, when you just get on the mic, man. 312-564-7375. This guy over here. Okay, now we're going to switch it up real quickly. Willie Wilson is running for president. This is Willie this week.
I'm here to today to announce that I am running.
Yes, sir.
For president of the greatest country in the world.
All right. Yeah.
And that is the United States of America. I am a Democrat, but I'm not too keen on the party label. Make no mistake, I'm running for the anti-tax Democrat.
All right.
Wow. Okay. There you have it. Willie Wilson, ladies and gentlemen, who was a mayor candidate running for mayor, is now says that he wants to run for the president of the United States of America, one of the top spots that is being held down by number 44, Chicago's own Barack
Willie
Obama.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Willie Wilson.
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you. Maybe we should get behind Willie Wilson. And no, it is. I don't know, because, I mean, I just think that he still hasn't gotten over the loss. He hasn't gotten over the loss for mayor, and now he wants to run for something. He just wants to run.
Think he's just trying something out.
Oh, my God, man, when he announced this presidency, and then you see how long it took him.
When you meet Willie Wilson, he's a really common sense, likable guy. You know, so it's hard.
I heard that.
Yeah, you know.
But let me ask you a question. Would you vote for Willie for president? President Willie?
Every Saturday, 4 to 5, the DStonePony Show with Devontae Stone.
Thank you very much. See, you didn't want to answer that. You didn't want to answer that. I got you. Thank you, Doma T. Willie Wilson running for president. DStonePony Show, 312-564-7375, 312-564-7375. Lines are wide open. You can listen to us right now on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com. Over here, this guy.
You never know who's on the live line for the DStonePony Show.
We got somebody on here on the line right now. It's the DStonePony Show. Hi, who's this?
This is Big Bertha, baby. How you doing? Oh, precious Lord, oh, guide my hand. Ooh, yeah.
Uh-huh.
Because I love you, baby. I told you the first week you going to be my man, song.
Okay, well, we're not going to talk about that right now. But we are talking about...
The DStonePony Show live on Chicagoland Sports Radio every Saturday, 4 to 5. He's an original blues brother.
We're on a mission from God.
It's the DStonePony Show with Devontae Stone.
Stone Pony. That would be me. I'm Devontae Stone. Thanks for listening to us here on ChicagolandSportsRadio.com on the TuneIn app. It is a free app. And also calling us this afternoon, 312-564-7375. It's a beautiful downtown today. Temperatures hovering around 70, mostly sunny, and I love the sun. Because you remember last week was such a horrible day, an awful day when it was just raining and it was just nasty. But this is how I like it to feel, Brittany. This is the kind of weather that I enjoy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm glad it's here, finally, right?
Yep.
All right. A lot going on here.
Yes, and can I say last Saturday wasn't that awful because we won Game 7.
We did. So despite the horrible weather, we did win Game 7, which brings us to our sports update. Here's Brittany Martinez.
Yes, so the first thing I want to talk about, of course, I just mentioned it, Blackhawks, they're playing Game 2 tonight against the Tampa Bay Lightning. They already stole Game 1, 2-1, with goals by Antoine Vermette. He had the game-winning goal, and Tervo Teravainen.
Excuse me?
Tervo Teravainen.
One more time with that one.
Tervo.
It sounds like you're saying this somebody was terrible in the Gagagan.
Leave him alone. He's finished.
Yeah, okay. All right.
But, yeah, they got goals, and he did an assist on the game-winning goal, which I'm very happy about because I sold him pants in Macy's. So
you said you sold pants in Macy's to him?
I sold his pants. Yeah, I sold his pants.
You sold his pants up?
No, I sold. I didn't sew. I'm not Betsy Ross.
I'm going to say, you're sewing now, and I need something done to my pants right now.
I gave,
but, you know,
because of the pee, you talked about that last week.
I did talk about that. So now, yeah, this is this series, that game the other day, I'm going to be honest with you, that was an interesting game to be losing, right?
Yeah, they were losing going into the third period 1-0.
Mm-hmm.
The Blackhawks were playing very sloppy. But, Teravainen actually said something really cool in the post game about them losing and then they end up winning. So he said something after when he talked to